Yeah, it's very nice. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Final game of the day. I'm trying to find the tone of the broadcast right now, so I don't know where I'm going with this. But P250 in the hands of Alistair. And we're going to have one smoke, a single flashbang, as we go for a fast mid-play. Anders, please take us away.
Yeah, I like this. Just try and put the pressure on. If you're the underdog, you really want to do this. Just overpower them, but it's not easy. Look at the headshots coming through. ZywOo with a quick double, and that is the end of the round. Sicko's going to go down last, and I still like it. I still like the approach. I think it's great. I hate it when people play timid Counter-Strike against, a strong opponent. You have to come in swinging, surely.
You have to, but for now, holding on to the key pieces of utility, and we will see Grayhound working towards quad side. That's the MP9 doing all the damage here. They can peel off now, enable those crossfires, and Jax, he's actually ready to get stuck in again. Doesn't have to commit to this fight. They've got a 5-on-3, and you can see them trying to get the hell out of there. That's the right call.
Honestly, a bit of a classic situation where, yeah, you get the AKs early on, but you don't have all the utility. They don't have the Molotovs to burn anyone up from that corner, none of the flashbangs to get around it either. So a little bit unfortunate, because otherwise maybe the timing would have worked, and they were up against a much inferior rifle there. Unfortunate. Now 3 versus 5 instead. They got the top mid control, but unless Ian's could do something out here, I just don't know what's going to be possible. He almost has to find a kill, and then even then it's going to be difficult with 40 seconds.
Alistair's found a good timing here. They've left open long intentionally. You can see Apex is actually, I think, jiggling it out occasionally, but there might be an opportunity. That smoke hurts, though. That's going to delay things significantly. It has to be Alistair that finds the opening. If he can catch Apex, that's the pathway through.
Oof.
Yeah, the thing is, he only had the MP9, so Apex isn't even trying to challenge, playing for information, gotta just run the clock down if possible. And here comes the backstab as well. They can't hear ZywOo. He's coming in, flying with the MP9 once again. Double kill, bomb down, round over. Alistair with no chance of winning the round, but maybe he can cause some damage. Good headshot, but that's about it. They get dismantled once again.
What do you do with this control?
They do need to push them back a little bit, surely, before they try and go anything. I do like the early banana control, like you mentioned. That's definitely something that they can build off, but so far, it's just ins out there. ZywOo going to take that early fight, no problem. Gets a little bit of damage on the Sicko, and Jax comes in, swinging from Boiler Room. A couple of good kills. They get one in return, but it might be too late again here. Just a very tough round to get back into.
Ian's has found this one, and Apex is just standing out in the open, wants to go for the spy, but Alistair looking like he's the one who's going to be peeking, boosts it over, somehow gets the dink, and finds both. Apex, if he'd gone down there, that site was completely open.
That is dangerously close. Apex taking a couple of shots through. He's going to fall back. Had no idea that anyone was there. And they are starting to get a little bit of apps control. They could go for a really powerful execute. They're going to set up all of the smokes on the arch side to begin with. We're down close to 40 seconds. Still some good utility, though, on the CT side. That's worth thinking about, too. Some smokes and some flashbangs as well to try and keep them at bay. Jax down in the pit waiting. 3-player defense right now, so they could get wrapped on. I don't know if I like this. Vitality, they've finally been pushed back. Jax is going to get the opening, though, and this is a bit scary. Another good headshot, and they are just rock solid, even far back on the bomb site. It's got to be devastating for Grayhound. They finally get that top mid control, and then they still get absolutely wrecked in this round, and not even a single kill going their way.
Not getting everything perfect at this stage. It's all really gone quite wrong. Another partial buy. Bombs just not being planted here, but shots rattling off. ZywOo currently sat at 19-1 as they go for a mid-rush here, picking up the pace. Nice. Through the flames they go, and the opening frag finally going in favor of Grayhound.
That's what you want to see, but ZywOo is still on the side. This is not a comfortable position.
No.
The knife coming out.
No.
Oh, but the no-scope comes through. Sicko trades him out, but look at the control they've got. They've got an orb in the hands of Sicko, and Inns is in the back line. Grayhound look to have finally broken Vitality's back, but Apex is here, trying to fight with Magisk.
Bit of a challenge here, Anders. What do you reckon? First round for Grayhound, surely.
I mean, obviously, with the cash that's left here on Vitality, they just should go for it. Normally, maybe you'd say, maybe don't do it, but you just have to go for this one. If they steal this one back, it's almost heartbreaking. I feel like they swiped the air so many times with that knife. I don't know why they didn't get him. Grenade into the pit, and Apex maybe failing the only chance they had. If you'd have got that kill instantly, maybe they can actually get in and defuse the bomb. I think now it's going to be too late, and it's just a question of making this an expensive round as much as possible. Magisk is going to do the best that he can here. Going to be one good kill, and obviously Alistair trying to escape the bomb, but nobody will. It's a first round on the board for Grayhound, finally.
Cash pretty strong with the CTs, but $9,000 on Spinks. So yeah, they'll be fine for the final round, even if they give this one up. And let's have a look at the pacing here. Inns looking to challenge top of Banana once again. They've got another opening frag. That's 3 in a row now.
Apex is so low as well. If they keep pushing the issue, there's a way they can climb through here, but Spinx, he's still here. And I think they're happy with that frag. A lot of damage done, but ZywOo is just tucked into the archers, fighting two, hiding in under the balcony, and continues just to pluck them, just dodging the flashbangs. Alistair bests him eventually, but it costs 3 Ts to get through.
That's pretty much what most of the rounds have been like whenever they've come inside with that position, so it's happening again now. Instant Alistair, though, 2 versus 3 and a good fight. He's ready. If there's going to be someone there, he was going to be ready at that corner. 2 versus 2 and about a minute left on the clock, so they could actually claw their way back into this round. Jax and Apex are left, and they're kind of a little bit beat up already.
Yeah, I would actually favor Grayhound in this scenario, to be honest with you. There's so much ground to cover on the CT side that it's going to try and stay in tandem here. Alistair, very brave play, trying to show presence with the Molotov, get the attention. But for now, he will be nailing the shot. That's the access granted.
Okay, so they convert the round, and okay, they're very excited about it as well. You got to be fired up, right?
Final round of play, and CTs 3 towards A, 2 a B, and not showing too much aggression at the start. Just recovering the drop flashbangs from spawn there, and maybe a bit of a pounce towards the apps. Flashbangs could be deployed. I think they're going for it.
Yeah, he heard the drop as well. He was ready. That's a great opening, but Jax is there to try and pick it up, and Sai was there with the AWP as well. He got 1 more kill before anything else happened, so 3 versus 4. Bomb is unfortunately dropped down there, so they are committed to this play.
A lot of smokes causing chaos, and ZywOo has gotten up very close, tucked in towards Col0. We've seen him in these close confines, and he's not afraid to go for the fights. And it might be something you're not ready for. They haven't recovered the bomb. There was an opportunity when the smoke was down to pick it up, but now they kind of have to fight through it. And it looks like Vitality are the ones that want to take the aggression, had the man advantage. A flash was thrown out, but not committing at. ZywOo just holding for something to walk into his crosshair.
Actually has to jump up. That's so ridiculous. Still good for another kill. He peeks it. He had the right idea, but In's able to bring him down. It's all on Alistair here at the end. He's going to pick up one of them, but all the way up from the graveyards. It's Apex to get it done, so we get denied the magic score, and it's 12-3 instead in favor of Vitality. What a first half.
We'll see. We've got CSGO with the duelies. Everyone loves some dual Berettas. Only a single pair, though, and here's Jax going fast, but Liaz has already struck first in mid, and he's accounting for these players that have gotten through apartments. 3 are out. Grayhound is swarming like a pack of dogs, but they're ready for 3 players on the side.
This is such a weird round. I would have thought already the bomb would have been down like 10 seconds ago, and definitely I thought they were going to get the kill in the middle anyway. But at least they have that bomb plant finally. There is no kit in place, so they're going to have to be really, really quick with it here. Oh, look at these kills coming through. It's Jackson side with Spinx on the follow-up, and right at the edge of the smoke. It's Jax to get that kill on Alistair. They're going to be able to clean that round up without a single casualty, apart from the first one there.
Has made hell for many Australian teams.
Somebody new has to be the king of it. I can't be Freiburg anymore. It's been too long.
That's probably fair.
Someone has to.
It's a hot take, Anders, but I think that's fair enough. We're going to allow that one. Yeah,
have to relinquish.
In 2023, he finally gives up control of said banana. Here we go then, Vitality looking to close the game out. They've got a man disadvantage right now, and even more so as Sicko mows them down with the M4A1S. This one looks like it's in the bag, but Apex has got other ideas. Can't quite control the spray. Down to Spinx now, who should be dealt with in due course. Very decent round here.
Are you up here? How often do you even see that these days? I feel like that's a rare sight.
Yeah, it's not very meta right now, to say the least, the old UMP, but in the right hands can do work. They've snuck through Arch side, though, but Inzy's on it. Should be absolutely fine. Bomb goes down, and wow, okay, that is not in the script. That could actually make things a little bit more interesting with the M4 in the hands of Apex.
Alistair's going hunting with the orb. This is a
chill,
little scary, but this man knows no chill. And Jax is there to cool him off, putting into a 2-on-2.
Dangerous 2-on-2 at that. They don't have all the information as to where the T's are. You've got a 2-on-1 essentially at the A bomb side with a rotation coming in. It's up to Sicko, who has to negate any press towards middle. Thankfully, no one there, but he doesn't know that. Could they be in spawn going to B already? Liaz, key position here, and the advantage potentially with that flashbang. Do they want to commit to this? Nice HE. Should do some significant damage towards ZywOo, and he gets one frag. It should be fine, but not going to happen just yet.
And they're going to escape. They decide, you know what, this is not worth it. We've already been spotted. We've got 30 seconds. They're going to make a run for it. Now, probably even more awkward. Although they do have defuse kits this time, but it's still a 2-on-2 with the bomb about to go down. And yeah, they realized at least really early on, Grayhound, that's something to work with.
Oh, they're doing a boost in CT spawn. That's actually kind of sick. No one's coming from that side, but at post-spawn, you're never going to think someone's up there.
Yeah, that's a free kill for sure. Sicko needs to look for ZywOo. If they can find ZywOo and trade off the boost player, that's their way back through. A good Molotov through to quad's going to flush ZywOo out. But ZywOo wins the fight with the Desert Eagle. Liaz now has to do it all. And of course, it's ZywOo with his 30th frag to take down Grayhound. And I think ZywOo might be a little bit more tamed here on a map that's less AWP heavy.
He doesn't actually AWP even on the CT side too often. It's kind of going off meta having the full-time primary AWP on that A-bomb side. He actually prefers the M4. We'll see if that evolves. That was last Pro League season, but not on the pistol, right? Let's at least get warmed up before we're doing that.
Can't do the Aussies like this, so maybe they just just running on through. Vexite there with the crossfire, gets one, trades immediate, but look at all these CTs coming through elevator, trying to book them a journey downstairs. Jax is up close, looking for the fight, has the bomb on his back, needs to find these fights, and he's hitting every single headshot. Oh, make it 4!
That is incredible. It was back and forth for a second, but the stand-in, Jax goes above and beyond and delivers on all fronts there.
Yeah, I have actually got one outside of the B-bomb
Maybe
side.
a segment we could put together this week.
I'll show you something later on. That's a nice flashbang, but somehow Vexite's still able to get a couple of kills behind it. That probably should not be happening. That was a godlike flashbang, so I have no idea how he did that. That's so ridiculous.
The T's must have been flashed there because he had so many opportunities to take those fights. Well handled in mid, and that's completely scuppered this round for Vitality. That bomb going to be collected now, and they're going to have to group up. B is a little lightly defended. They're playing a bit more passive towards mid, so it's potentially an avenue through. They've got one smoke they can deploy as well. Surely
a round for Grayhound, but still a lot of work to do. 4-on-2. Jax in a prime position as he waits for his teammate Majors to join him. They've got smokes, flashes and molotovs, but it's all down to this important first frag. They'll deliver the goods. Jax rails that first headshot, but now the plant has to come through. There's that utility on either side. A very effective HE will take down the planter, and Jax trying to force the issue a little bit more now. Instead of making that predictable move of planting, he pushes through the smoke. Interesting concept. One that doesn't work out for him, and that's going to be the first round on the board for Grayhound with 3 players surviving, and it's not too shabby.
Vexite's just sitting on the other side of this smoke. They're trying to flush him out, but he is staying resolute, tucked into the smoke, dodging all these spams, but not for long. Jax eventually finds his target.
So frustrating for him. Got himself into that prime spot, but it all collapses, and now the defense is going to be spread incredibly thin. Reactionary play coming through, and you can see that boost towards middle as well. You might not necessarily anticipate that of your Liads, as he sheepishly makes his way back in towards CT spawn, knowing they've sacrificed very important map control. Timings are a little bit off, and Spinks has been exploiting that. And Sicko actually has a lovely little position here. Don't see this too often. Normally it can be a one-way with a smoke, but playing it dry, and it's actually worked out for one, but surely doesn't get a second. Takes down Apex as well, and actually neutralizes the situation down to a 3-on-3.
All this while, Liaz has just been tucked into the back of B, waiting for contact to come through. It is going to come his way shortly, but he doesn't want to be committed to the site. That bomb still has a long way to come to get over here. Vitality have been playing such slow rounds on the T side. It's allowed this rotation to come back through. Inns now joins up with Liaz, but they're a little bit separated and spotted. Liaz goes down.
Yeah, just not aware that Magus is going to be up that close. Inns has the right idea, maybe the right timing. He does. Taking down Magus, that's not bad. 2 versus 2, the bomb planted, and Jackson ZywOo left, and they don't really have any more nades. Not that the Grayhound team does either, but they have that one defuse on NS, so there's something to work with.
They need this round. That's what they need at this point. The retake will be incredibly difficult. There is time, kits available. A lack of utility, sure, but a single flashbang might be enough. It's Jax, though, chomping at the bit to get stuck in, and Inns will take him down, but the final boss, of course, is ZywOo. As they'll try and get themselves closer and closer towards the bomb site. He removes the first threat up against the final rifle here, and it looks like ZywOo's done enough, just toying with his food at this point. It's a bomb. It gets to the point of no return, and indeed, he gets that final frag as well. Expert play there from ZywOo as they find a 5th round and breaks the financial back of Grayhound.
It does seem to be working out really well, and as long as they keep being on this T side and get some of these early kills, then, well, it's not going to be this round, but Yeah, it's going to be a little bit easier for Vitality to work with. 5-on-3 though. This is around Grayhound surely cannot lose.
Don't say that.
You've used the word surely, yeah. So this one could actually get a little bit interesting. Mages knows he might have to be the linchpin of getting back into this round and using the one-way, trying to sneak his way up. The timing's not bad. CT on the other side could be in a lot of trouble here. Poncelot deployed, gives up the fact he's there on the other side. As his teammates potentially come and join him, we'll see whether they're feeling confident enough. Alistair with the AWP. And the B split being presented here, but now just one-pronged attack as 2 players remaining. Surely this is where we'll see the second Grayhound round, but there we go. Nice double spray down and a pretty confident one. 4 players surviving, 6-2. Need a lot more where that came from on the CT side here.
Just classic Apex play, just barreling through. Obviously, started his career more or less as an entry fragger, so he still knows what that is like. 3-on-3, and the bomb is going to be planted right away. Some good utility, though, on the Grayhound side. Not the last time. They have the smoke, they have the Molotov. They could try and see if they could burn Vitality out of these positions. Yeah, when it comes down to the firepower, though, Vitality have just showed up in buckets and spades today, and you've got some heavy hitters ready and waiting on the other side of this P-bomb site. ZywOo on a forward-facing stance, hoping this flashbang converts him 3 frags. Oh, that's a rough timing on the flashbang. They instantly are back. Another one sailing through. That just slowed down so much behind a couple of flashes. Grenade on top of it just to try and slow them down some more. Apex finds one more kill. Alistair on his own trying to get that defuse inside, but it's not going to happen. See what they can make of it. Still can be a competitive half. They can pick up 5 rounds, ideally. See that initial boost from Aegis once again, taking damage across the board, but Vexite had to strike first. Not bad. Nice shot.
Liaz is unaccounted for, tucked in towards the pillar. He can do so much damage here if he catches the timing, but that flashbang, oh, Apex able to find him. Unbelievable, but at least the Vexite is there with 2 more kills. Upgrades to the AK, and they've got a 2-player advantage.
Started to get really worried that he was going to turn around and hit that spray.
Yeah, I thought so as well.
It did look like it.
Running blind spray directly to the dome. It did look possible, but yeah, you're right. A 4-on-2. This is looking quite nice, and that's going to guarantee a frag, surely. Stacking on each other's head, same position, should be fine to close out the round. You just need one of these kills to go in your favor, and it's enough. But I don't know. ZywOo is alive, and I'd never like to say the round is over when this man is at 100 HP.
Also, the Shadow is going to be showing on the ground with the T's peak this one, so the CTs they have all the advantage. It's kind of a fight. And there's no flashbang at the moment to set anything up with. A little bit of a Molotov. Oh, they did come off the boost, but it doesn't matter. Sicko with a couple of good kills, and Grayhound will make it out of the round and get a 3rd one. It's not bad.
But as mentioned, the man advantage lies with Vitality here, and the Molotovs keep on pumping towards the key choke point. So do the bullets as ZywOo connects the dots. 2 kills found, a knife kill for good luck, but feeling brave right now against a very good-looking Vitality.
I hope they don't flash him through. That's what they did earlier, and that did not work out for Inns. He's just going to try and fade it instead. But ZywOo was ready for it, but the smoke advantage gives Alistair the kill. Now he's kind of tucked in, looking for a fight onto Apex, doing damage, swings on back through for a second. Jax does eventually trade him, but it has given them this advantage, and Inns looking to make it another. The spam through does connect.
It's much better. Very compelling rounds here from Grayhound, and where was this in the last 10 rounds or so? They've got 4 players up against Spinks, who hasn't had to do too much in his first half, but maybe he can step up now. Excellent first interaction. Cuts it down to size, 3-on-1 now, and he has got a minute to work with, and these are the sort of rounds he can thrive. A key fragger himself with a full utility belt, and they have started to encroach on his position.
He needs to get this bomb though, that's the issue, and they have it locked in. Sicko is jiggling it every now and then, and is going to spot him. 4 for Grayhound.
Up against maybe more mid-presence. Lucy mentioned it before. It's an area that's often neglected on Vertigo, becoming a lot more vogue these days. Seems like teams are seeing like the meta has gone away from it, so it makes sense to start exploring and what can be done from this position. So flashbangs, utility, and we'll see whether they can breach through and find the CTs on the other side.
Ooh, Sicko, he's under some pressure here. Grenades behind him, and Spinks will take him down. That's a strong opening.
Someone had to boost him, though, bear in mind. So where could that player be? We'll see him cowering away as Alistair. Not much utility on the T side. Pretty compromised by number 15 here with the Galils.
I actually don't mind this setup from Grayhound, even though they have the player down. They have 2 deep on towards B. As long as they don't get too curious and give it up, they've got a really powerful setup, but Jack spotted the shadow. There's that curiosity. Killing one cap, but Vexite does get the trade back. Can fall on back to the site. ZywOo slowly prowling on up with that bomb in hand.
Yeah, needs to be careful due to that fact, but 40 seconds remaining. Man advantage for Vitality, but just a single smoke and a flash remaining. CT's up against the run boosters. ZywOo confirms the stairs are clear at least. As we'll see Vexite playing on the front foot, hoping to get a couple of frags upon arrival. But just to test him first. This looks like a bit of a lock-in. I like the positioning, and he converts it. Can't quite the double, but Int is there as the B-split comes through. And just Alistair now rotating in from elevators. Got a lot of work to do and gives his position up potentially with the flashbang. They know he's not flanking now. And a few footsteps to boot as the bomb is planted.
Apex able to find the last one, 11-4.
2 decoys in the mix, you know that means there's a big brain strategy about to be unleashed, and it's going to completely catch Team Vitality off guard. There's no way they're ready for 2 decoys. ZywOo, he might have 2 pistols, and well, he's trying to connect something, and oh my god, he is somehow runs out eventually, but finds 2.
I've never seen anyone run out of bullets on the duel elites, but he makes it work. A couple of kills found, and only a couple of players left for Grayhound. Int and Alistair will have to work their magic here as they'll fire off some shots, but realizing the situation, Vitality can peel off, enable those crossfires, and there's the decoy. We said it could be a massive factor here, and indeed does avert the gaze of a player for a second. As they do recover the jewelies, Alistair will have those, and not an impossible round, but a minute left, smoke and Molotov at least, but they need to get through short fast.
Almost stepped on the decoy there.
Yeah, landmine.
Gotta be real careful about that. Yeah,
could be a new feature coming soon, landmines in CSGO. What do you think about that? That's the big update.
Why not? Why not? A lot of speculation about all that stuff at the moment, which is
that's
enjoyable.
My hot take. That's what's coming.
That's your take. All right,
yep.
Landmine.
Landmines in CSGO, yeah.
Huh. Just Int and Alistair left. Good headshot, but they needed to stay alive. Both of them. Spinks is going to execute a second player.
We'll see how it develops. That's the utility done for on the CT side as they get on the front foot, trying to force the issue here. ZywOo to lead the charge, and of course, he's pulled it off, and the double kill potential as they're taking each other down here, but still a fighting chance, but maybe not for long. Grayhound starting to be struck down as we'll see the final kill come through. 2-on-1 for Sicko as now has a minute to work with.
Can I get a replay of how that Molotov landed on top of them?
I don't know.
That was a friendly Molotov. It looked like it bounced straight into the ceiling and right back down behind the box.
I wonder if he was trying to throw the one that goes into mid to set up Sicko for some chaos, but...
Oh, that was wild.
Literally backfires.
Yeah, the timing could not have been worse, could it?
Quite literally. The fire came back.
Yeah, I appreciate Greg's use of literally.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay then. Well...
Still got a fair bit of utility here to go for this B-execute. They can flush Jax off default, push them back with the smoke. Jax actually dropping a smoke in advance of it. Head spots it eventually. Using that smoke to his advantage. I don't think Inns could see him, just veiled by it. And now he can move over towards quad. There is a Molotov that Alistair can use to flush this. And it all comes down to where he wants to throw it. It's in his hands at the moment, and he's thrown it towards default. So Jax has a free position, might not even be needed, swings out eventually. Lias drops, and Alistair, 7 HP, and a Scout gets the tiniest of tags, but that's it.
With this game, they're called Greyhounds for a reason. They can do things pretty quickly, and sure, it's going to take 10 rounds, but it all starts with this procedure right here. We call this one the A-Take, and for now, let's see what they can make of it. It's not the best start, no one's saying that. But they can get back into it, let me tell you. There it is, Alistair cracking things open.
And it's shut right back up. That's the series. Just like that, Henry. Vitality 2-0.
Didn't work out. It didn't work out.
I did almost buy it.
Didn't stick the landing though, did I?